Van Dykey. It's Mr. Worldwide reporting live from Dubai, letting all the women around the world know.
Good morning, my name is Brianna. I'm here with Spikey Van Dykey from Florida. She's here in Michigan performing at Stilettos. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I am Spikey Van Dykey. I'm an entertainer. I've been performing for about 10 years. And I am here visiting, doing shows at Stilettos. And so far, it's been pretty awesome.
What made you want to start performing?
I went to a nightclub. I actually lived in Birmingham, Alabama. And I saw drag queens do a show for the first time. And I was like, man, I want to do that. That's really cool. You know, I want to do that, but I want to do that as a male impersonator.
So how did you come up with the name Spikey Van Dykey?
I was made fun of in school. People called me Spikey Dykey. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to use something that people used against me in a negative way, make it positive, and then I'm going to add something else into it. So I used to love Dick Van Dyke when I was a kid. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it, you know. So I was like, you know, originally my stage name was Spikey Dykey, and then I changed it to Spikey Van Dykey.
Alright. So are you in a relationship?
Yes.
So how long have you been in a relationship? If you don't mind me asking.
I have been in a relationship for a year.
For a year?
Yeah, since last Sunday. Well, a year and 2 days.
So, if you don't mind me asking, when did you come out, or have you always known, or did it just happen and like not just happen, but come out in like middle school years? When did you start showing that you were into women?
Showing that I was into women happened when I was like 7 years old. I ran around the playground with these girls.
Really?
Yeah, and I wanted to be like John Travolta and Patrick Swayze, so I was like, there's something different about me. I came out to my mom by accident. She found my notes that I had written to my girlfriend at the time when I was 15. And I came home from playing softball or whatever in the neighborhood, and I walked in my room and my mom goes, hey, Butch, you a dyke? And I was like, yeah, I'm gay. And we both started crying. It was this big emotional moment, and yeah, but my mom was really, really cool about it. And she goes, well, at least you can't get pregnant. So she found out when I was 15. I came out when I was about 16 or 17.
So, is all your family supportive of your lifestyle?
Everyone except for my aunt. Aunt's crazy. She's like very, very religious, so she's like, oh, well, God doesn't love gay. And I'm like, well, you know what, whatever.
What is your belief on that?
I think if I was put here on this earth and it's not a choice, I think that I'm loved no matter how I am or how I was born. And a lot of people seem to think that, oh, it's this choice, and you know, you wake up and you're like, oh, I think I'm going to be gay today. So a lot of people do the whole preach thing where they're like, oh, you can choose, and you can choose to be with a man. And then I say, well, you know, did you wake up one day and decide to be straight? And if I told you it was a sin to be straight, that you had to go be with another man, could you go be with another man and be happy? So that is kind of my way of solving that if anybody approaches me with that situation. Yeah, I don't think it's a choice, and I think that we're all born the way we're born. And you know, if we weren't supposed to be like this, then you know, I don't even know where they got that theory from. Oh yeah, it's a choice. Well, you know, if I were to wake up and you know, if I hadn't found someone you know I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, you know, I'd be like, oh, you know, if I could fall in love with a man, I could fall in love with a man. I think it's more along the lines sometimes of the person. You know, if I could, I would, but I can't. So I won't. Some people I think, you know, are bisexual, and that's great. But I mean, for me, it's more like, you know, I love women. I could not imagine myself being with a man, and I'd rather be honest and say, okay, this is who I am, instead of be in denial and go get married to a man and then, you know, divorce him or cheat on him with another woman, which happens in a lot of relationships. Like a lot of people who are really religious are like, oh, I have to get married. I don't want people to think I'm a gay man, because I think it's harder for men. It is. And they go out, and then you'll see him at a gay bar with another man cheating on his wife. You know, and it happens with women too. It's like, why would you want to do that and live like that? You know, I'd rather just be real and be like, hey, here I am.
My favorite quote is love is love and marriage because it fits for everyone. Yes, we have a lot of bisexual men and women, but I feel like love does not have no gender type. It doesn't say you have to love a man. It doesn't say you have to love a woman because love is just between, there's no identifying it like that. So that's my favorite quote actually.
That's a very good quote. I like that.
So, can you tell us about your upcoming film that you're doing?
I am doing a documentary. Actually, my friend Stephanie is doing a documentary on me. It's going to be about the traveling, all the shows in the different states, and what's all behind the curtain, and more like into who I am and getting to know me as a person, not just my character. It's also showing the good stuff, the bad stuff, the stuff nobody knows, and getting an inside look at that behind the scenes and all that good stuff. So it's coming out in May of 2012. There's a movie I'm in. It's called My Fair Lady, and it's starring Christopher Backus and Lee Shannon. So they'll be in the movie, and I'm not quite sure the date when it's coming out yet, but it's cool. I get to play a show director named Mr. Todd Diamond, and yeah. So let's see. I get to be my drag character in the movie, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, that's really exciting. So what is your real name?
My real name is Jamie Kalman.
And you're from Florida?
I was born in Queens, New York. We lived there until I was about 5 years old, and we moved to Tuscaloosa, Alabama when I was about 5, I think. And then I grew up there when I turned 22 or 23, moved to Orlando, Florida, and I've lived there ever since.
So what do you think, how do you feel about what we're doing with the North Side Magazine?
I like what you're doing. I like that you're opening doors and showing people, the depth of the lesbian, gay community, bisexual community, and opening people's eyes to it. A lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people fear what they don't understand. So the fact that you're doing that, that's really good.
We honestly feel that this magazine, once people can understand, they can accept. And even if they can't accept, they can learn to it. Because it's becoming too hateful. Because a lot of people don't understand. And a lot of people, when they think of the same-sex life, the only thing they think of is sex. They don't think of behind the door. They think we don't have no traditional values. When our household is no different from the next one.
Right, we're more alike than people realize.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that. And a lot of people, I think it also takes me very, comfortable with your sexuality. If you're comfortable with your sexuality, it's not going to bother you. There's a lot of straight people that come out to our shows in Florida and are very, very supportive. We had a straight couple last year. There was a couple in Tennessee, Knoxville. Their house got burned down due to a homophobic neighbor they had.
Oh, wow.
Their neighbor burned their house down, and the insurance didn't pay for it, and died. And the last thing left of the house was their garage door, and it said, I think it said faggot on their garage door, or queers or something like that. The woman didn't get in trouble for burning their house down, and yeah, the insurance didn't pay for anything. So we took time to raise money for the couple to help them get back on their feet. So I auctioned off magazines that I was on the cover on. I auctioned off things that I had, like guitars, and he auctioned off the magazine. Well, we got some money for it, and they said, a straight couple in the audience said, well, what is the total you have? And we're like, oh, well, we only have like $600 or $700. They matched it.
Wow.
So the couple we gave them over $1,000, and a straight couple donated. So it was nice to see that there are actually people out there who love and support us no matter what. And, we're all fighting for the same sex.
So is there anything else you would like to tell our viewers?
Yes. Look me up on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube if you're interested in seeing my videos. If you are interested in booking me, my email is spikydykey321@gmail.com. And thanks for having me.